This video will show you how to use the new FormularyComplete migration tool to help check and manage the moving of your local content. After your content has been imported to new FormularyComplete and suggested locations to map to the current BNF structure, you can access the migration screen directly by logging in to new FormularyComplete as an administrator and using the URL provided. The screen is split in two. Records from legacy FormularyComplete appear on the left, and new FormularyComplete records appear on the right. The screen is able to be filtered based on specific formularies, types of content, and mapping status. There is also a search function to easily navigate through records. There are 5 mapping statuses that appear next to each drug name. Mapped shows that a directly equivalent record has been identified and a new location has been suggested. Mapping incomplete is where a directly equivalent record has been identified, but further review is needed. This may be where a drug has more than one therapeutic use. Could not map means a directly equivalent record cannot be identified. This may be because an equivalent record does not exist in the new BNF structure, or because you need to know the content that is being moved in order to map it across to the appropriate location. A record is marked approved only when you confirm that it has been mapped correctly. An approved record needs no further action. You are also able to move records to Submitted for approval. This holds records that you have been working on together to be approved later. When a legacy FormularyComplete record is selected in the left-hand column, the right-hand column opens the equivalent drug record that the content was mapped to in new FormularyComplete, along with its medicinal forms, formulary statuses, and any notes. Clicking the name of a drug record that has been mapped or incompletely mapped will pop open a new window to display the prescribing information as it would appear in new FormularyComplete. By clicking Search, you can search for the record within the BNF content structure or add a new record here. The Formulary Status panel shows the list of therapeutic uses for the drug and any statuses to be assigned to them. You can add or alter statuses in the drop-down menu. After selecting a status from the menu, click the Publish Now button to make the change. Once you agree that this mapping is correct, click Approve to add the local content to new FormularyComplete. You can also click to submit this for approval, which moves the record here awaiting further review. The Approve All button then allows you to approve all the records displayed in that section. If you select a record that could not be mapped, the Search pop-up will automatically open. Searching for a record name or preparation here will allow you to map the selected record to it and return you to the Migration Tool screen. From the Search pop-up, you can also add notes and new records. The Notes panel displays any notes assigned for migration to the record. Each note appears in a separate box. Here, new notes can be added to records, and old notes from legacy FormularyComplete can be copied over and further edited if needed. To copy across a note from a selected legacy FormularyComplete record to another location in new FormularyComplete, click Copy Note. The note can then be pasted into records on the right-hand side of the migration screen using the Paste button that appears. The Notes editor will then automatically open, pre-populated with the note text on the right-hand side and the record location on the left. Click Publish Now to add the note. FormularyComplete will confirm the note has been added and return you to the migration screen, where the note now appears in the Note panel of the record. You can now make more edits to the record or approve the mapping. You can also use the Note editor to create new notes, edit existing notes, add notes to more than one record, publish and delete notes. The Notes editor can be accessed either through the Search function or by clicking the plus sign in the Notes field of an individual record. A single note can be added to multiple records by selecting checkboxes in the left-hand panel. A note must always be given a title, and you can add basic formatting, external web links or computer files. Buttons at the top of the note editor save your work as a draft, publish it to FormularyComplete immediately, send it for approval, or delete directly, which removes the note from the site immediately. The Record Editor lets you add records to Formulary Complete to supplement the BNF or BNFC content, or to create your own document library. It can be accessed via the Search pop-up. The screen is split into two. On the left is a navigation tool to select the location of the record within the BNF structure and the type of record. On the right is the editing panel. Select which formulary you want to add a new record to, then select a location within the content for the record you want to create. Clicking the cog icon will allow you to add a new directory or record, but you can also rename and delete records from here. Clicking on the plus sign brings up a list of the directory and record types that can be added to that location within the content. Selecting a record type opens the content editing panel. The type of record selected is shown at the top right of the editing panel. Each record must have a title. This is used to identify and as a search term for the record. Formulary statuses can be applied in the drop-down of the editing panel. In the same way as notes, you can publish now, submit for approval, or save as draft. Draft records and those requiring approval are saved under the Admin tab of the main Formulary Complete screen and can be approved directly from here. When you select a record that could not map, the search function automatically opens. You can use this to search for a new record that you have created, or add this to a therapeutic use. Once you have selected the location, you can add the formulary statuses and approve the record. We suggest that the best way for users to migrate their content is to follow these 3 steps. Approve all the mapped records first. Next, work through the mapping incomplete records and submit these for approval. Finally, review the could not map records. These may require more clinical input, especially if these records are your own locally authored content or uploaded documents. We've designed this tool to help you migrate to new Formulary Complete. It suggests an equivalent location to map your records across to, but remember, your content is unique to you. Further review is needed to ensure this location is appropriate for your organisation. More specific information regarding the Formulary Complete migration tool can be found online or from our support site, farmpress.zendesk.com.